Oh, shoot. Yeah, absolutely. Testing 1, 2, 3. Uh, if I, uh, am I actually really gonna do this for one individual? I mean, this is crazy. Testing 1, 2, 3. Which mic do I have here? That one there. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. And all right. Well, I've got I've got one individual that showed up to say hello, and which is better than absolutely zero. Help me out and let me know if this mic is working. Testing 1, 2, 3. I did leave the chat on there. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Is good. Fantastic. We've got. Do me a favor and check out in the description below, and try out the question for me. Make sure that that's functioning. This is all kind of just testing the waters on the channel just to see how it's all going to work. Got a ton of questions from my regular channel. There we go, right there. Nice. This is a test. Fantastic. Fantastic. Um, but yeah, I was kind of hoping to have a few more. I am probably not going to be posting this response at all. But I mean, I've got some good questions from earlier on, but it'd be a little nicer to have a few more people. So I may have just put it out there too late. Uh, I only posted this about an hour ago, so um, probably people are just not seeing what's going on. But yeah, I'm not seeing much going on here as well. It's kind of quiet. And being in the evening, 6 o'clock, people are probably watching the news. Um, Kind of was looking forward to seeing some people from Texas and Texas and California, because that's where most of all my subscribers are, from Texas and California. So I am getting some responses over here, though. Kind of odd where it's only showing one person, but I am getting some responses now on the forum, which is kind of interesting. Very interesting. So my plan was to kind of go for an hour, but I don't think I'm going to. I really wanted to just do a test to see how this was all going to work. So later on, I could get an idea. I was originally going to go to OBS. I was going to use OBS, but I decided not to and go with just YouTube itself. So I'm broadcasting just from the YouTube um, software and not going through OBS. And I'm kind of glad I did not now, because um, there's not a lot of response to this anyhow. So yeah, that is kind of strange, where I'm having some responses coming in. It's kind of interesting. But yeah. Anyhow, well, welcome to Channel Ron for the one and only, but others on the responses. So I'm not exactly sure where to go with this. I may just go a half an hour and just call it quits. Again, this was more of a test just to see how this was all going to work. I wanted to make sure that my microphone was working okay, the camera was working okay, my monitor setup was working as well. The other thing is I'm using a Wi-Fi connection here. It's called Red Zone, and that seems to be working okay. So I'm not a direct line into like Spectrum or anything like that, but it seems to be working fine. It says that my connection is good as well. So that's good. So if anything, I'm getting a good test out of this. And my next test, I really want to do something with OBS. I really like OBS. I think it really works well. Um, But let's see here. Yeah. Well, the most popular thing that I get here is why I'm doing this. What prompted you to do a live? Because I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see how it was going to work. I tried it with Instagram, and that was kind of fun. But I didn't like using the phone. I wanted to kind of have a base so I could kind of move things around. I can kind of keep my comments and my responses over here and what's happening on screen over here. And I really couldn't do that with Instagram. So that's primarily why I'm doing the live now, is just to kind of get my feet wet on how this all works. That's the number one reason why I'm doing this. I want to make sure that my microphone works. I wish I had a way to hear what was going on here, and that might be something I might want to look into just to make sure that it sounds good. So that's been several questions right there. Is why I'm doing that. So, um, but yeah, getting that, but nothing in the comment. Just Christoph. So yeah, interesting. And I apologize. I got to move my camera a little bit. I can't see the chat very well. My camera stand here is kind of right in the way. Instagram for live streamers. Yeah. Now, I have tried Instagram and it was okay, but I like this better. I like this a whole lot better. And for the people that evidently I can't see that you're here, but you're responding to the responses on the link. I'm kind of curious why that is. I'm not sure if I've done something wrong because I've got one person in the chat, but nobody else is there. So I'm not sure. But thank you for the question. There's some stuff here. So I copied one that I got earlier, and I deleted it by accident, but I did write it down. Oh, the advice. Yeah, they wanted to know. In fact, I think I found that one right here. Yeah, what advice I would give for someone getting started in YouTube? Stay on topic. Stay on topic. Don't deviate. That's the problem I'm having because I'm all over the board. If you've ever listened to Daryl Eves, he calls channels like mine salad bowls because there's a little of everything. So I don't concentrate on just one topic. And it's hard for me because, I got a lot of interest in a lot of different areas. But yeah, that's just the way it is. But if you want to start a YouTube channel, stay on topic. Don't change it. Just stay on. If you're going to do washing machines, stay on washing machines. If you're going to do automotive, stay on automotive. But that's something that I wish I'd have done early on, but it's kind of too late now. And I really don't want to change because I like being different. So that's kind of why I do that. Let's see. There's no need to select. So I'm going to attempt to move this like this. There we go. Need. So I'm going to read yours because for some reason you're the only one that's able to comment here. And again, this is my first time doing this, so I'm not sure if it's something I did wrong. So the one thing that I find is there is you need to select a mod every stream. Okay, so maybe there's something I've done on my end, which is okay, which is all right. But again, I was really expecting it. Maybe hello from Egypt. Okay, nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic. But yeah, so that's primarily why I'm doing this is just to try things out. So probably end up repeating myself a little bit. Is just yeah, I've got some of those are coming up now. Um, is I'm just trying this out to see how this is going to work. I originally wanted to do the OBS. I love OBS, and I really understand OBS. And I've used it with Twitch, experimenting with it, and I think I've got a rock solid foundation of OBS. But when you link it to YouTube, it's a little different, and it was really confusing me, and things were not working out the way I wanted them. So my backup plan was just to go to YouTube and use their software, and that's working fine. But I wanted to do some overlays, and there was a few things I wanted to talk about. But next time, if I do this again, there's a lot of work. If you've ever done this, there's a lot of work to just get kind of set up in this. But so I did copy down another question there someone had. Have I collaborated with others? No, I haven't done that. I want to, but I just don't know how to. I got to collaborate with somebody else that has a YouTube channel pertaining to how to. And, there's a lot of how-to videos out there. And the problem with how-to is everybody does it differently. So on some of my videos, I do washing machine repair a bit differently than somebody else does washing machine repair. Another problem is the terminology. How you pronounce something is different, how they pronounce something different. So it's a little difficult, the how-to channels. But I would like to do a collaboration. That would be kind of fun. But you're definitely gonna need to do OBS or something like that because I don't think you can do collaboration with just the YouTube software that comes with YouTube. I think you have to have the streaming software because this only allows me to have the one camera. But anyways, um, see, we got another question here. Um, have you gotten burned out yet? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I've been doing this since 2014, and there's been a couple times that I've felt like I wanted to get done. It's hard. It's really hard to come up with ideas. A lot of my projects basically just happen because it fails. Like the one of the videos you may have saw a while back. My wife locked her keys in the van. Here it is right here. Foolproof method for opening locked car doors. So I that was a great opportunity to show how to unlock a door. So that's how some of the videos happen. So that was a pretty good video. I like that one. Um, I got a new let's see, what was this? Oh, new saw, new hand saw, 12-volt power saw. So that was really cool. I had to show that off. So some videos like that, they just kind of appear. The vacuum cleaners are very popular. People always want to know how to fix a vacuum cleaner. Um, the other popular one was how to dispose of a mattress. I don't know if you've seen that one or not, but how to dispose of a mattress without having to pay for it. Just tear it apart. That's been very good. That's been a really fun video. Um, Working on the Beetle, a little bit of automotive. Got to be careful with the automotive because people are mean on the automotive. So if I show them how to do something and somebody else shows them how to do it something differently, they'll come back to my channel and leave a bad comment. So, well, that's how I do it. That's just the way it is. Jack of all trades. And so some people can be kind of mean on that. But the whole idea is to save money. Oh, and I did try the AI generated person. I had to. Everybody was trying it, so I had to try it. So that was kind of cool. But anyways, back to that question. Where is that one? Do I get burned out? Yeah. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about getting done. I figured I'm going to take a couple months off because I was running out of ideas and trying to. It's stressful to try to come up with something every week, every Sunday, and it really is because I spent a lot of time putting the shot together, trying to get it just right, and then I edit it here. This is an office that's about 7 miles from my studio, and I do all my editing here, and this little setup that I have here is just temporary because I'm just trying this all out, see how this all works. But if this is something that I'm going to continue to do, then I have another part of the office I'm going to put it in. But um, that was another question also someone had is how do I find the time to do my editing? Being downtown, I get no interruptions. So I'm here, nobody bothers me. So it's great. I can do all my editing and get everything done. So that's how I do it. It costs money. It costs money to rent this, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it. I got all my editing equipment right over here. So there's my screens, my data screen up on top. I got another computer across the way there. And if I was to do this again, I would set up a couple more cameras so I could kind of show off a little bit what I have. So let's see, what's this one? Have you thought about doing a tour of your sets? Yeah, actually, I have. I actually thought about doing that. In fact, I just had a friend of mine stop by, um, and he took a tour of my set. He thought it was really kind of neat. So I've got two buildings. One building is my main set where I have you see me where I'm with the blue lights in the back and the little area there for demonstrating stuff. Have my elevator set, have my woodworking set. And then in another building, I have my auto set where that's usually where I'll do like lawnmowers and car stuff. So I have two buildings. The problem with the two buildings is I have to heat both of them in the wintertime. So I try to do as much as I can in the automotive set in the summertime And the other building, I try to do a lot of the smalls in that building. So you may have seen some of my videos. You can kind of tell what set I'm in. The woodworking set and the stage set, they're all kind of in the same area. When I doing my short films, which I really like to do, and I know that has nothing to do with how to, but when I do my short films, I do a lot of those in my big building set. That's usually I'll take everything out and build a set in there. In fact, if you guys had checked out, oh, something just popped up here. Someone wants to hold on for a second. If you stand manufacturing for the coffee newspaper, do you guys get the coffee news? Do you ever see the coffee news? Um, the coffee news. I manufacture those stands. I do that for them. They go all over the country. And so I got the idea of making a plant that did it automatically. And it was kind of exciting, but also the owner was not that excited once he found out it wasn't real. That's a fake machine. The plastic that goes into it, that's all automated. The plastic that comes out of it is on a real conveyor belt. But my grandson is in behind there placing the stands on the conveyor belt. And it did what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to be real, look real. And the owner was so excited. He was calling everybody, telling everybody all about it, and had to break the news to him that it was not real. It was fake. Uh, but it was a really good illusion. It was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Took me a month to build that set. It really was a lot of work, but it doesn't get a lot of views because who cares? But I liked it. It was a lot of fun. That won't really make me any money at all. uh, Speaking of money, someone asked down here, am I making are you making enough to get by? No. No, I'm not. I'm paying the bills. I'm paying for this office. I'm paying for all my equipment. I'm paying the bills. That's all I'm doing. I'm not getting rich. And you're not going to with a how-to channel. That's something that's just not going to happen. You're not going to get rich with a how-to channel. But so anyhow, um what else do we have here? Have you thought about sticking with one topic? I get that question a lot. No. Well, actually, no, I have thought about it. I've thought about it, and every time I think about it, something else comes up that needs to be fixed, and then I have a video. So, do I not film that and try to get some revenue off it and stick with just one thing? I don't know. I don't know. But the Halloween stuff seems to be kind of popular right about now. So, I might do some more Halloween stuff. So, but um, anyhow, I'm gonna go back over here for a second, and Egypt. Let's see. We're gonna go over here like this. Click this one right here. There we go. All right. So, Christoph, give me a question. Somebody give me a question in chat because these ones are coming from somewhere over here, but they're not here. So, do you have a question for me? Give me a question. Um, Either one of you have a question for me because these ones here are all pertaining to the channel, which is good. But do you have a question, especially from Egypt? That's cool. That's really cool. What time is it in Egypt? That is really cool. All right. Well, I'll go back over here then. Let's see. I got one here that I copied earlier. Let's see. My favorite tools for editing is Power Director. Yeah, I love Power Director. It's fantastic. My daughter introduced it to me about 4 years ago, I think it was, and I love it. I was using iMovie, and then I was using YouTube Movie Maker, and not the YouTube Movie Maker that it's online, but it's a YouTube Movie Maker software. It's free. I didn't pay for it. You could only record up to 5 minutes, I think it is, but it's really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed that a lot. But it was time for me to step into something that didn't have a watermark. So I switched over to I switched over to Power Director, and I really enjoy it a lot. Really works well. What type of equipment do you use? Oh, I'm embarrassed to say. No, I use an iPad. I use an iPad and a GoPro. My iPad is my primary camera, and my GoPro is my B-roll. And the iPad is 2012. And it still works. It's still working great. So I'm going to continue to keep using it. And the GoPro is just a standard GoPro. I think it's a 3 plus, and that takes care of all my B-roll. And that's all I use for equipment. That's it. Other than various tripods, various brackets, small rig, it's called, for holding things up. That works really well. I like those, but not really much in the equipment as far as what you see other people use. The tripods or hand-me-down tripods that I've patched up and made them work. So those have worked pretty good. I'm not doing much with USB cameras or anything like that, other than what I'm using here. I want to be as portable as much as possible. Um, so, anyways, yeah, that's kind of the gear I'm using for recording. Oh, and I am using, I think, a lavalier microphone that plugs into the iPad to help with my audio. I am using now. Let's see here. Lighting. What type of lighting you use? Whatever I can get my hands on. I'm big on thrift stores, and I'll buy those little desk lamps, and I'll paint them black and kind of put them off in the side to shine up on my subject. If one of the projects I did a while back was fixing a tractor, a Kubota tractor, and you can't see them, but I think there's 6 lights shining on that tractor from underneath and on the sides to get the view. And another one that there's a lot of lighting is how to replace the oil filter on your oil tank. And if you look at that one, you'll see all the lighting. So I'm learning more about the lighting and so forth. So, uh, but yeah, so that's kind of going well too. So that's all I'm using for lighting. Nothing fancy for lighting. I don't need to spend that kind of money on stuff like that. Someday, but I'm happy with lighting that I have. Next question here. Another one. Thought about collaborating. I have, but I'm just not sure how to do it. I'm not sure how I would collaborate. I'm not sure what I would talk to another person doing a how-to channel, because how-to channels they're tough. They're really tough because we're talking about a lot of different things all the time. And there we go. Yeah. So yeah, again, I'm getting that question quite a bit. So if you're interested in collaborating, I guess, but I'd want to talk a little bit about it. Balancing your YouTube with your commitments, life commitments. I dedicate myself 2 to 3 days a week in this office and doing editing, channel maintenance, and that type of thing. And then the other times I try to find a video, like if there's some film that I want to do tomorrow night, I will set up tonight, get everything ready to go so I can film it tomorrow night. That's kind of how I do that. And the projects aren't staged. Some of them are, some of them are. If, like the vacuum cleaners, if I know it's going to be fixed, I'll go through it, make sure it's something I can fix. Then I'll do the film. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff, it's I'm doing it right then and there. Other than like when I did the water break one, I did one a while back about fixing a water break while it was live. So that, I hope that answers that question. So, let's see here. Have you thought about doing a top 10 video style of some sort? I have not. I have not. I'm not exactly sure how I would do that. I guess top 10. Um, yeah, that's an idea. That's an idea. I should write that down. Um, it's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. I know that the automotive films do better. They seem to do better. The entertainment does not do well at all, but I can't help myself. I love the entertainment stuff. It's just a lot of fun. That elevator video that I did, that was probably 6 months building the elevator and filming that one scene of me being trapped in the elevator. I was 6 months filming that. And I probably have made $5 off that film, but I don't care. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to do. The other one I did called The Law, where I get arrested for putting a non-state of Maine license plate on my car. I've got $1,000 invested into that film. I mean, I bought everything. I made everything. The police car I had to build, but it was so much fun. So it was worth every penny. Um, so yeah, the Bigfoot gets his driver's license. I didn't have a lot in that, but I had a lot of time. That was a lot of fun. So things like that, for me, they don't make a whole lot of money. Now, if I was to take those and put them someplace else, um, maybe they would do okay. But yeah. Um, Hi, Ron. Glad your channel is still going. Well, yeah, it's going, but I'm getting burned out. I'm coming up on my 10 years, another year and a half or so, and I am getting burned out. It's a lot of work, and it's a big commitment to keep going. And there are days that I'm just not sure if I want to do this. It's a lot of work. And I'm only producing one video a week. And sometimes some are better than others. But it's really hard. Like the Halloween one that I just did, it's doing okay. I mean, it was a day ago. It's doing okay, but thanks on that. Let's see. What else is there? I think it's 119 in Egypt. Is that what that was? 119 in Egypt. So yeah. So it's kind of cool. But see, I've got another question here. Someone asked. So another one here about their advice on making their YouTube channel grow. Yeah, I get that asked all the time. Stay with one subject. Just stay with one subject, and you'll be fine. If you start moving around, it's going to be a mess. Like mine. Like I said, Daryl Eves. He described it well. He was nice about it, but he described it well. It's a salad bowl. That's just the way it is. Wow. Um, and let's see, we got what else we got here? Thumbnails. Thumbnails, yeah, I break the rules on thumbnails. I just go and I grab something off the screen, and everybody's saying go and make thumbnails. It's just something you got to do. There's so much to do in creating a channel. One video, I mean, between the lighting and the audio and the filming and the thumbnail, there's a lot to it. It's a job, it really is. So, there's a lot of things I'm doing wrong, but I must be doing something right because I am paying the bills. And I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it. My biggest complaint right now is I'm getting burned out and I'm running out of ideas. I can only show you how to fix a washing machine so many times. I can only show you how to fix a generator so many times. And most of the times on a generator, it's pretty much the same thing. It's the carburetor. I don't know how many more times I can show that. And I'm always coming across those, and I say, well, I don't think I'm going to bother making a video on that. So I just kind of dismiss it. Probably should, because maybe there's something different about that one. But the generator videos, you can only do so many of those. But the woodworking, I'm not that good at woodworking. I get by, but there's a lot of people out there that are absolutely amazing when it comes to woodworking. I mean, they are absolutely crazy, and I can't compete with them. So I'm really kind of an amateur at that, and a lot of stuff here I'm an amateur at. So, but no, that's a good question. Monetization, yeah. How long did it take to get monetized? Well, when I got into it, it was easy. You was monetized as soon as you posted a video. You was already in. So as soon as you put your first video out, you were making money. And my first video was how to make a toy truck. And I was making money. That wasn't a lot. I made a penny. But yeah, we were monetized automatically. Now you have to have like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours or something like that. But if you got good content out there, it won't take long to get there. But again, don't do a how-to channel unless it's a how-to channel on one topic. If you're going to do trailers, if you're going to go Jeeps, that's something I thought about doing, was just Jeeps. I have a Jeep and I've done quite a bit of things to that, just doing segments, just the Jeep itself. I thought that would be kind of cool. But all right, I think that's all I have there. What we're doing, we're coming up on 7:30, 6:30 now, coming up on 6:30. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call this quits, because this was a good test to see how this was all going to work. I appreciate the ones that had shown up, and I apologize for the ones that were not. They were in the Google form, but they were not in the Google chat. So I'm not sure if it's something I'm doing wrong or if you're doing wrong. Probably I'm doing something wrong. But thank you very much. And I am going to be doing this again. We'll give it another shot, another night. I'm going to just kind of play it by ear right now. I really want to kind of work with the OBS system as well. But thanks an awful lot for the ones that had showed up in the chat and the ones that have showed up on the Google form. And until then, we'll see you next time.